Hi, Laura Adler here for another video in the 30 Videos for 30 Days series. And today I want to talk about a topic that's pretty close to my heart, something that I'm pretty passionate about, both learning about and addressing in my day-to-day life, and that is environmental toxins. So, what are environmental toxins? Environmental toxins are the chemicals that we're exposed to on a day-to-day basis from normal everyday living. I'm not talking about, people who work in a chemical factory or a sewage treatment plant. I'm really talking about, average everyday you and me, doing our daily routine of living. And these chemicals really are we're being exposed to these chemicals really at all points throughout the day. And they live in places like your mattress and your furniture. They live in your personal care products like your shampoos and conditioners and deodorants and lotions, your makeup and nail polish, and they live in your cookware, and they live on your food if you're buying conventionally raised agricultural products, produce and meats, in the form of things like pesticides, fungicides, herbicides. If they're animal foods, things like hormones and antibiotics, all of which create this really basically nasty chemical cocktail that is potentially influencing the health of our species and all other species on the planet in a really profound way. We've seen skyrocketing rates of disease in this country in the last few decades: heart disease, cancers, diabetes, obesity, and a lot of rising rates of developmental diseases like ADD, ADHD, autism. Autism was not a disorder, disease, or a condition that was on the map. 15 or 20 years ago, it was really not on people's radar, but now everybody knows what it is. I think the billboard on the highway that I've passed recently said every 20 minutes a child is diagnosed with autism. And it's a good idea to take pause and consider whether or not these tens of thousands of unregulated or underregulated chemicals might be contributing to these conditions. These chemicals have properties where they're carcinogenic, meaning they have the ability to cause cancer. They can be mutagenic, meaning they have the ability to mutate your DNA. They are hormone disruptors. They mess with your endocrine system. They're developmental and reproductive toxins, two categories of which are really, really critical for women who are planning on having children, who are pregnant, or who have children already, because these chemicals are significantly influencing the trend of gender development in our species, which is kind of scary. And then we've got things that are, like neurotoxic, that are causing, brain cancers and other degenerative diseases or conditions. And what I'm curious about from you is where you stand on this topic. I'd love to get your pulse, your thoughts, your feelings, and where you stand in terms of education and information. Are you somebody who's proactively taking steps to educate yourself and to find alternative products that are safer for you and your family? Or are you somebody who is maybe just joining this conversation and feels a little bit lost and in the dark and overwhelmed about what steps to take next? So I'd love to hear what your concerns, your worries, your feelings, your thoughts, anything, any feedback at all would be fantastic. So you can comment on this video either on Facebook or on YouTube, or you can email me directly on my website, which is www.lauraadler.com. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks. Have a great, hopefully chemical-free day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.